What's going on, you guys? So yeah, I wanted to make a video about Pedgy Penguins. I wanted to make this for a while now to specifically talk about Pedgy Penguins. I don't talk about it enough, and I do believe that it is going to be like one of the biggest plays this cycle and possibly next cycle. I think it's going to be one of the few actual meme coins that are going to endure beyond this current cycle, right? Because basically all memes in general, all memes just die down and crash. They, top of the bull run, they make their peak, and then they crash down to, they lose about 97% of their value in a couple of weeks, So I don't believe that is going to happen to this particular meme coin. Other meme coins that have endured, there's only a couple of them, right? There's only there's obviously Dogecoin, then there's Shiba, and then there's Floki. So I think that Pedgy Penguins has what it takes to really, really make a killing and be one of the biggest meme coins, hands down, without a doubt, one of the biggest meme coins. Let's pull up the chart real quick. So Pedgy Penguins of the memes right now is number 7, right? So I think it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be bigger than Pepe, but I think it's going to push down SPX, Trump, and Bonk. I think eventually it will. Could rival a little bit with Fartcoin, right? Because they're over here at number 8, and their market cap is fairly close. But yeah, I think Pedgy Penguins is going to be the real deal. So let's get into all of this. Let's get into the reasons why. So in the last couple of days, it has pumped tremendously, right? With all the other pumps that happened in the market, Bitcoin made a new all-time high. Pedgy Penguins, PENGU, is at a $1.3 billion market cap. So that is absolutely insane, right? It has gotten a tremendous amount of exchange listings. Here, if I can take you over to my Discord, right? And this is one of these things that members of my Discord have access to, these amazing tools, right? So 109 centralized exchanges that Pedgy Penguins has gotten over the course of its now 7-month lifetime. I think it launched let's say November, December, somewhere around there. And it is amazing. So speaking of this, so my community members get notified whenever a new coin that we're watching gets a new centralized exchange. So helps keep us up to date, and it especially is particularly useful when there's a coin that's relatively very, very low market cap, and you realize that it's starting to get centralized exchanges. So then you realize that you might want to throw a few extra bucks into it and things like that. But back to Pedgy Penguins now. Let me bring this back up. Yeah, so it has got a ton of centralized exchanges, and it just went all out. It went like freaking insane on day 1 of launch. It had this coordinated launch. It hit like Binance, Coinbase, all the big ones, like Kraken, all at the same exact time. It was like this huge coordinated launch. I remember it. So it actually shot up in the first 4-hour candle. It shot up to a $4 billion market cap, which is insane. So in my community, we work on finding coins like this, and I have software that finds coins like this in the very beginning at a very low market cap, and when they're rising up. And this was like, I don't even think it mattered. If you didn't know about this thing, I mean, if we change it to a 15-minute candle, it still was pumping up to $1 billion. So it was like, I think somebody in my community referred it to trying to catch a flying knife, right? Because it's this insane coordinated effort, this coordinated launch. And we'll see why in a second. So what is Pedgy Penguins? What is PENGU, right? So welcome to the world of Pedgy Penguins, a Web3 born brand that fosters creativity, freedom, and community. The Pedgy Penguins brand produces content, merchandise, toys, and digital collectibles. We believe that in the power of play and imagination, and we're committed to helping you unlock your inner child, right? So Yeah, it's a very cool place, but you'd be a very cool place where you're warm with your new favorite penguin family. So so this is a merchandise, right? If you search for Pudgy Penguins, right? This was actually insane. So it has a backstory, which is the reason why it shot up to a $4 billion market cap within that first 4 hour candle. So it is a blockchain-based collection of digital artwork composed of NFTs, and it launched on Ethereum in August of 2021. So this launched during the post-halving year of the previous cycle. So they've been around, right? So they've been producing NFTs, and they've been producing toys. So they had an existing community, an existing fan base, an existing customer base that went in, and maybe some of them knew, a bunch of them knew about that launch, and they just bought as soon as it launched. And so it's like they, in effect, are the insiders, right? Because they knew about it and they bought into it. But in the long run, I think that Pudgy Penguins is a brand to be reckoned with. Now, it did have its let's go back. So it did have its retracements, right? So I guess based on this, its all-time high is like 4.3 billion. So it has its retracements. Me and my community members, we were buying it up all during this tariff season. This started like around February, and it hit its all-time lows. So I was buying it up. I didn't put in too much. I probably put in like, $10, $20, $30, $40 here and there. I probably did it like 15 times, so it adds up. So yeah, I got a nice bag. But yeah, in the long run, I think that this is going to be huge. It's going to be huge. Now, let's go to more of these reasons. So, PENGU's 50% price for this is, when's the date? I think this date on this is just a couple of weeks ago. I don't have the date on this article. Okay, yeah. So July 1st. So it's like almost 2 weeks, right? So PENGU's 50% price rally. How well buys ETF updates or fueling recovery. So that's the thing. PENGU, so it's getting an ETF, right? So it got an ETF, and that's just one of the insanely bullish bullet points that you can think of when it comes to PENGU, Pudgy Penguins. So they got it going on. They got community. And this is like the biggest one. Look at this. So you have, let me mute this. All right, so you have a freaking gigantic penguin over there hitting ringing the opening bell for the Nasdaq. So if you didn't think that the real stock world didn't intersect with the crypto world before, then this is your proof right now. You got a gigantic freaking penguin, opening the bell for ringing the bell for the Nasdaq. So this is like insane. So, this is my point. Like you don't see this going on with like other coins. Yeah, Pepe is big, but I didn't see this with Pepe, right? But so these guys they've got some real, the team has got some real good connections, insider connections. They know how to get things going. They know how to get things pumping, and yeah, people love them. They're, I don't know, cute little penguins, right? They appeal to a wide audience. Some of these coins, some of them have a really good team, have really good effort, really good content, but in some cases are like, they're vulgar. They might do things or say things that, that might not appeal to just everybody and so on. So, I don't think that PENGU is necessarily like that at all. It's just little penguins. So I could be wrong, but yeah, whatever. They're pretty cool. Pretty cool. Always some really, really good content. And the funding is there, guys. The funding is there. Like I said, I think that in the long run, top of this bull run, it's probably going to be like a minimum of a $40 billion market cap. So, which will put you at like a 40x, 35x, something like that, 30x right now. in the long run, I think it's just going to keep on increasing. I don't know what's going to happen with the Trump coin. After his administration, and we move on to the next administration, so we're going to be into the next cycle, then who knows what's going to happen with the Trump coin. It's probably not going to be around. SPX 6900. I don't, this one is like the weirdest thing. That's SPX 6900. Like, I don't know why it's if I can just go off into this little tangent right here. I look at it, I'm like, it's just a website with a few some articles about the market, about the stock market and so on, and so I don't know. I have absolutely no idea what the hype is. I'm sure some people know what the hype is about this thing, and that's why they bought it. But if it's not readily apparent to everybody, then I don't think this has a long future. Of course, it's going to pump in this bull run. Next bull run, I doubt anybody's going to even remember it, right? So people know why this thing has hype just by looking at this video right here. I mean, this is just like hands down. People know, people get it. When it comes to like SPX 6900, I don't know. You let me know. Give me a post in the comments down below. But yeah, same thing with Bong. I think Pepe is going to endure, and I think PENGU is going to be like moving up to number 4 eventually. Maybe not now, maybe not this month, maybe not 6 months from now. Who knows? And who knows how long the bull run is going to last? It's probably not going to end this year, right? It's gonna, like a lot of people expect, it's going to be next year and so on. But by end of the bull run, I think it's going to be up there. It's going to be rivaling. It's going to be trying to fight with Pepe to get the number 3 spot, right? Anyways, guys, that is for that. Click the link in the description below if you want to check out my community and get your hands on some of these awesome tools and some of these awesome plays and get in early on some of these coins and some of these tokens and all this functionality that we got. If you haven't subscribed yet, click that subscribe button, click that like button, and I will catch you guys later.